We're going.
We're going. Welcome to my podcast, His Man Cave.
I'm Johnny Gates.
I'm Glenn Stewart, and we are fucking around.
Mm-hmm. We've got some new stuff here that I've been playing with. I got some new arms coming, so that way I don't have to hold a microphone again for
Fucking amateur.
2.5 hours. Amateur. I was kind to our guest. Thank you very much.
You know what? It's not all about
I was
them.
afraid he'd whoop my ass if I didn't.
I mean,
do it
did you see the arms on that son of a
dude's
bitch?
Gigantic
it was fucking
motherfucker.
ridiculous.
His beard was. It wasn't much of a beard. It was more of a goatee.
Yeah, well, he had.
So
remember,
Cody
he got
the
a
beard wasn't kind of accurate.
I'm going to tell you right now. He used to have it like hanging out of.
He's in Mansfield, right?
Yeah, he's
So
not.
I don't have to worry about it. Okay,
He's
so
not coming
Cody
to
the
get-
beard. Yeah,
Cody the beard.
Not. I'll have to try to edit some pictures in one day of my beard. Did I ever showed you my beard?
No.
Dude, it's massive.
I feel like that's going to be like the theme of this a lot. Is me just going no.
I mean, I believe it.
No.
No.
Did you enjoy that? No.
Mm-mm.
Do you like pizza? No.
How dare you?
I'm just kidding.
But we do have. I got some arms coming.
Got some arms?
Oh, look, check this out. Have I showed you this? I got a.
I'm ready. I want to see.
Boom, boom, boom,
What?
boom.
Look
Second
at that.
camera. It's in a really stupid spot right now. But
Right
it's just
now,
up.
but tomorrow we're going to have another
Yeah, one of those.
Tide Pod. Tripod.
I've been hungry, so yeah, I'll eat a Tide Pod.
What a stupid thing for people. Like, I know that, like, we're late to the game because we're now getting a podcast.
Yeah, we're definitely not
But how
pioneers or trailblazers, as it was.
How fucking dumb are people now that they're like, you know what I want to do? I want to eat detergent.
Do you not remember?
I can't watch that show where they have the weird things.
Okay,
like,
but yeah, that one girl ate soap. It was the most retarded shit I've ever seen in my life.
when I was a kid, you didn't eat soap. You know what you did? You avoided getting soap put
Well, yeah, it's me.
fucking lava soap.
Yeah, because that means you said, "Oh, fudge."
I know. What was your first cuss word?
Probably fuck.
No, that you got, like, you said it?
Oh no! What I remember
got their attention.
What I remember, all right, is when I was I was probably like 7 years old. I remember this very vividly. My brother had gotten in the car, and he said something to my mom, and I said something to the tune of he was talking about a girlfriend or something, like she had broken up with him, and I was like, well, did you not sleep with her? And my mom was like, you hush and sit down right now. And I said, why don't you blow me, blow me, blow me, blow me, blow me? And she slapped the fuck out of me.
You sang that to your mother.
Okay, so, I mean, that's what I remember.
Were you raised in Alabama?
No, man, right here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Over in Highland, son.
So, my first cuss word was son of a bitch.
Okay.
And I used it correctly, which I got bonus points
Yeah.
for.
I high-fived my kid when he used shit right one time. He was about 2.
But, like, I hit stubbed my toe, and I was like, son of a bitch. And, like, my mom just
nailed
turns
it.
around, and she's like, the
All
look
right.
on her face is like, well, that's an acceptable.
What are you going to do?
Now, my favorite one, hands down, is my nephew. Shout out to him, my oldest nephew. I love him to death. But this little son of a bitch. Like, you should meet his mother. She's wonderful.
Oh.
He's sitting there, and my brother looks at him and goes, who do you love more, your dad or your mom? And he goes, Mom. And Wesley looks at me and goes, isn't that some bullshit? And he's like, it's not bullshit. I do love my mom.
Damn, son.
He's like 3.
My
It
oldest,
was worth it.
my oldest, when he was about 2, maybe a little older than that, when he was talking pretty good, he was getting out of the car, and he stopped and, shit. And I said, come again? And he was like, I left my toy at school, Dad, because that's what we've always called daycare, is school. And I left my toy at school, man. I can't play with it now. And I was like,
You're not
all right,
focusing on
he's not focusing
on the fact that
No. And I'm like, you know what? I can't get mad at him because he used it right.
Right.
The funniest one was I was super mad. Me and my wife were arguing or something, and I was stressed the fuck out. You're a new dad. I think, man, I want to say we already had sister, but she was just a baby. Man, we're out in Blanchard, we're driving down the road, and I'm like super pissed off, and I'm trying to get to where I'm going, and this lady's driving slow in front of me, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my way. And my son in the back seat's going, fuck way, fuck way, fuck way. And it immediately broke the tension between me and my wife. We started laughing. It was so awesome how him cussing, like, just melted the entire day away. It was fantastic. Kids cussing is the cutest thing ever.
See, I don't get mad if they cuss, but whenever they smart ass,
Oh yeah.
oh, like, see,
Totally
because my
different.
nephew, he turned 11,
Oh.
and
Thinks
so,
he's somebody.
oh man, he thinks he's big shit, you know,
Yeah.
big dog on campus. And
You
he's,
seen my dick? You
Yeah.
seen my dick?
well, look, I had,
All right.
we're not going to talk about that other one. And anyway, so we're sitting, he's in the back seat. I burped.
Right.
Like, it was one of those that just, by the way,
You
you're
couldn't
about,
hear it,
No,
sir.
by the way, you're about to belch.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, and man, this kid, he's mad. And all of a sudden, Beth turns around, and she's like, "Listen here, little boy." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm real little." And that's all he got out of his mouth.
Oh,
Beth
shit.
slapped the shit
Oh,
out of him
shit.
and found out how little you are.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean,
Why'd you write that check? You knew you couldn't cash it.
yeah, you know, like, don't.
Motherfucker.
You know
man.
that she's the devil. Don't fuck
She's got
with
bony
her.
hands too. I bet that shit hurt.
Oh man, and she's like, "Yeah, how you like that?" And like, he didn't say nothing. He just sulked up, but he swole up like he was gonna hit her. And I'm sitting there like, oh, "You don't know." That's look.
Yeah, you got more than her to go through too.
I'm gonna
Don't
make
forget
a
it.
shirt for my wife that says "Worst Bitch," and on the back it's gonna say "The bitch that all the bad bitches dream about."
My wife has a Banff award,
Really?
a 3-time Banff champion, badass motherfucker, and I had it made for her after she had our youngest child, and it's got all 3 of their birthdays on it because those are 3 days where she was definitely the champion of being a badass motherfucker.
Well, whenever Beth has our child, yeah, like
Poor thing.
that
I've
poor-
seen pictures of her. She looks little,
She's tiny, mean but tiny.
tiny, but mean.
Yeah,
Ugh.
5'2", 104 pounds.
Right hook like Tyson.
God, now she did like,
Does the drop and everything.
yeah, I remember her family members have told me stories about how like they would have to separate her from some of the other girls because Beth was like a curb stomping kind of bitch. Like, she didn't give a shit. She was down to fucking throw down.
And you sleep right next to her, huh? In peace?
With my eyes open.
Yeah,
like
I hope so.
like we have to put a dog between us so that
Yeah.
way I feel like I'm.
Is the
asleep.
dog your friend or hers?
It's mine.
You hope so.
No, he
You
is.
Find out their true colors when she
I-
starts stabbing your ass at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I have a Shih Tzu Pekingese mix, a
Yeah.
little Pika shit,
Yeah.
and and he try to wake me up. He'll bite the shit out of you. He's got like a 2-inch underbite. He's this fucking
Looks
bite
like
the
a-
fuck out of you.
Angry old man. You've met my dogs. My dogs won't.
No, they're
They'll
fucking.
they'll tell me you're here.
Well, no, that's good.
Yeah.
Like, Bruno will let you
I
know
don't-
that, but he'll just try to hit you with kisses.
No,
like,
dude, I honestly don't know what Gumbo would do. Because Gumbo's the one. He's got a very intimidating bark, and I don't know what he'd do if somebody came back here without me here,
right.
or came back here in an aggressive manner. I know what Pete would do if you go at it in an aggressive manner.
Right.
Because I've watched it, and that little motherfucker's fire. You have to kick the shit out of him.
We used to have an Australian Shepherd mix named Minch.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and let me tell you. So I had another Pekingese at one time when I was growing up. His name was Pudge, and the reason we called him Pudge was because whenever I got him from the litter, he was like the opposite of a runt. He was this little
Just fat fucker that ate all
man,
the
his
time.
big old fucking belly, and he
Hey,
couldn't.
what's happening?
And his legs couldn't touch the ground, so he just kind of wallered in his own refuse, and
I'm a dog going in circles.
and my mom picked him up and he pissed all over, and I'm like, that's the one for me. Me and
Yeah.
him will be
Aw.
soulmates.
Yes.
He decided he was the biggest fucking son of a bitch on the block and got into a fight with a fucking Great Dane, and the Great Dane tore his ass up. Of course, he's a Pekingese versus Great Dane, and David didn't win. Goliath was Goliath.
Right.
Now, Goliath was he's going to run across the yard, he's going to charge his head on, and the only thing in his way is this very portly Australian Shepherd named Minch. But Minch was mama. All of a sudden, this little fucking dog turns into a grizzly bear and just whips the dog shit out of that fucking Great Dane. That Great Dane never came back in our yard. And she's just walking around like she would just strut like, look, you knew you didn't want none of mama. And I'm sitting there like, oh, I felt comforted. But at the same time, it's like, this dog has been so sweet to everybody, and to see the violence that can come out of this animal was
Only towards other dogs.
yeah, like, it ruined me.
Yeah.
I don't trust anybody. That's when
I don't trust anybody.
That's
Damn.
before I realized Fred Rogers was a sniper. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I know.
Well, I've been thinking about some things that we can record, and I'm trying to convince my daughter to do something for us that I think would be comedy gold.
What's that?
Let me record her fart like 57 times and then edit it all together in a video. My little girl has hands down the most epic rips that you can imagine. When I pick her up
You
from school,
wait. So you want to use this platform
yes,
to promote
yes,
your
you
daughter's
don't even have to ask
shit.
anymore. Yes,
Like
yes,
just shit
yes,
noises.
yes, they are.
Now, is that under the premise that farts are always funny?
Farts are hilarious. I don't care how old you are, what you're.
Now,
That
what
farts,
is
farts
YouTube's
are,
policy on
Don't care.
minor farts?
don't care. You won't see her face. That's what I'm trying to. Because she's convinced that she's going to be embarrassed, and I'm like, I won't record your face, but when she gets in the car in the afternoons, those are the ones that have got to be preserved, because I have leather seats in the back, and they're heated, not air conditioned, unfortunately. So when she lets loose on those seats,
It just
it
permeates.
rattles. No, it
Oh.
rattles.
That's worse.
And it is hilarious. And sometimes they're big, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're like a tire exploding. You know how like you can let air out of a balloon and that's a fart in its own, you know, the bee. And then you got the burn, but then you got that fart like something, it was just there and something just like a balloon popping. You know what I mean? Like pow. That's, man, she's got, dude, I'm telling you, if I can get like 50, 60 of her little farts on camera.
They don't sound like they're little.
She's just little.
Oh.
And so that's my little girl. You know, that's her.
Dynamite.
Her little, yeah, her
Dynamite
little farts,
comes
yeah.
in small
If I can get like
packages.
50 or 60 of her little farts on camera or on audio, I'm telling you, I think that would be comedy gold.
One time when I was little, when I say little, I was in fucking middle school or high school or something
The
like
drink's
that.
over there.
Well,
I'm not going to get it.
no, you should wait.
Yeah, I got to be a professional here.
So-
Shouldn't even brought it up.
So one time I had a little, back in the day we called them SBDs, you know, silent but deadlies.
Right.
So I unleashed it, you know, and at the same time, my mom went like that, like she was clearing her nose, and I was like, oh, you really do love me. Then the smell hit her, and she's like, motherfucker, pulls the car over, whips my ass. I get grounded for a fucking week. She's like, that's that's fucking awful.
Dude.
It was
Dude.
fucking terrible.
My-
To this day, you can't bring that fucking fart up. You'll get so
She'll
fucking
get
mad.
sick. Oh, man. My dad did that one time. Look, let me tell you.
No, it was the.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, thanks, Mom.
I was like,
You're
oh my
sucking
God,
it up
you
for me.
really
You wanted to
love
smell my brand. No, she did not. Dude, I guarantee, man, I've been around nasty farts like that. You can taste them. It's bad. But let me just tell you this. My
It's
dad,
part of the couture.
my dad did that to me at Sam's one time when
I'm
I
not
was
trying to make you jealous.
No, I'm not jealous because I promise you, I know what you're talking about. But my dad did it to me. I was on the other end of it.
Refreshing.
Oh, you're talking about jealous like that. Kick that shit off. Kick that shit over there. You get up and go get out. Turn this shit off. We're 13 minutes in. That's long enough. Thank y'all. Good night. That's been my podcast. His man cave. We're the
Go
fuck out
fuck
of here.
yourselves.
No, but my dad let one rip one time at Sam's when I was trying to buy an air conditioner for our.
Are we going to tell fart stories? Because I have another one.
We
I have
can.
one
I
more.
don't care. It doesn't matter. But he let it rip when. Okay, so we were standing on the window unit aisle, and I was looking for like a 24th big ass window unit for
Big
this
ass.
house that we used to live in. Anyway. So my dad is standing there, and my dad's farts were always like, even as a kid, I remember like he's got those good ones where he can like, like he can control his farts, but the ones that are bad, you can always tell because you just hear like this.
Like his
And
asshole
the,
just
the
can't.
humidity in the room changes. Like you can feel it on your skin. You're like, what just happened? Like, did a door just open? What's going on here?
Somebody turned Louisiana on.
Dude, my dad farted in the middle of Sam's, and it was so bad. We had to walk down, and we were standing down there, and we were laughing about it. But the best part about it is we look up, and there's this little old lady walking, and she's coming right into
Just
the.
walking.
And it's like, it's so thick. You know how when they're on a hot day, you can see the heat coming off the ground? Like, that's what's going on in the middle of this aisle. There's just this bomb waiting for this woman to walk into. And this poor woman walks into it, and I swear to God, she's just walking along, and she and
Just
turns around and goes the other direction. It was so bad. It was one of the funniest things I've ever experienced because I watched this woman like gag and then just turn around and walk out like it was a cloud of
Toxic.
sarin gas or something. She was.
Deadly Ciron
Oh
gas.
man, dude, it was so funny.
So
So funny.
so my father he does the old school thing where he tucks his shirt in everywhere he goes. You'll never see him with an untucked shirt. But my favorite thing is when sometimes he'll fart and then he does this thing and it gets me every fucking time. But he'll be like and he's trying to run away from it, but it's coming
Coming
up
up
through
his
his
untucked
collar.
shirt. Yeah.
So he's like ugh.
I've been there because I wear wintertime clothing when I go hiking. I've been there. I know exactly what he's doing.
But it's just so funny because his head's trying to run away.
Somebody turn on a fan.
And he'll be like, oh, whoa. He'll be like, don't come over here. So then we're working on a car. It's like real late at night. And he's underneath this car. And he knows that he has unleashed hell underneath this race car. And you can see him. He's giggling.
He's drowning in it.
No, he's like, oh, God. Ugh, ugh. He's making these noises. My girlfriend at the time is asleep, right?
It wakes her up.
No, he did. He did this. He goes, oh, damn it, Ashley, get up. You're shitting all over yourself, girl. She wakes up and she's like, oh, but the look on her face, she thought she shit her pants.
Oh, man.
And I'm sitting under there
Oh,
laughing
man.
so hard because he can't get away from it. She's busted her head on the car. And she really thinks, okay, similar to your story, I used to work at Books A Million. Shout out Books A Million.
My son loves to read, so I'll take a sponsorship with Books A Million in a heartbeat.
So I'm on this aisle working. And and I was the world's worst for just leaving you something
Crop
to
dusting is what they call it.
leaving you something to remember me by.
Right? I'm just going to leave this right here in the nonfiction.
I farted on this aisle.
All right.
I fucking walked off because it hit me. I'm in the middle of trying to alphabetize this shit. And
Nope.
It was to the point where I couldn't even focus. A's were becoming D's. It was,
Oh, my eyes are watering too much. I got to move.
oh God, it's the end.
Yeah.
So I walk off. I leave my cart there. I leave everything. This old woman, about 950, 10,000 years old, something in that realm, walks by and she goes, oh, these books stink. Really? And I'm on the other aisle. And I'm fucking dying. Because she's like, then like she's talking to herself, but she's like they really stink.
Dude.
She's like, this is a cooking section. They shouldn't smell like shit. And it's like,
oh, my, this is the cooking section.
it was so terrible.
Oh,
I
my
walk
God.
around the corner, like I'm trying to get to the back, and she spots me like a Bigfoot crossing Washington. And she looks at me like, you did that. And it was like that grandma where she's like, I've smelled you.
I've smelled
I've
you.
smelled the inside of your
Yeah.
body, and I was not.
I'm
like,
not impressed.
When I worked at Books A Million, this kid, like 5 years old, drops trowel, pisses on the fucking floor. And I look over, and the mother goes, looks like somebody needs to clean that up. I'm like, looks like somebody squeezed that little bitch out of her fucking vag, and there's some mop over there. I'm not cleaning up after your fucking kid.
No, not no.
My-
I mean, I can imagine. I can see me cleaning up after some kid pissing on the floor, but only if it was an accident, not if this kid.
Oh no,
just
this
whipped
was
it out and
deliberate.
started
No, it was
pissing on the
a little
floor.
girl. She's just
Oh,
like
little
just
girl.
pulled her pants down.
Well, little girl had to go to the bathroom. Mom wasn't paying attention to her. I'd be a little more
No,
sympathetic.
this little kid was bad every week.
Okay, I was about to say I'd be a little more sympathetic to a little girl.
No, I mean it was.
I'd have to
like,
judge-
she didn't
I'd
give
have
a
to see the
warning.
mom.
She didn't say I needed to go. She didn't
just
say. She
dropped
just
trowel
fucking
and let it happen.
like it's the fucking woods.
Hey man, I'm gonna go right here.
You good
Take
with
care of that for me. Appreciate it.
This one guy was with the information desk, and the guy's like, "Where's the bath?" He said it just like this. "Where's the bathroom?" And I'm like, "It's over there, killer."
All the way in the back.
He didn't make it.
Oh God.
And there was like this little trail of shittles,
Ooh.
all
Ooh.
little droplets. And so
Ooh.
me
Sir,
and
there's a steam cleaner in the back office back there. I'm gonna need you to go get that.
a friend of ours that started working, it's our first day. She she walks up to me and she's like, "Oh my God, there's shit on the floor," and I was like, "Oh my God, you're new." Like,
Welcome to Books a Million.
well, oh, they used to.
Are we still shouting out to Books a Million after talking about
I
shit
got
on
in
the floor?
trouble for when I worked there
I imagine.
because you had to answer the phone and something like,
Thank
"Thanks
you
a
for
million."
calling
No,
Books a Million.
no, thanks a million.
Oh, thanks a million. It's Books a Million.
And this stupid woman calls and she's like, "Do y'all sell books?" I was like, "Well, that is."
Hold on, ma'am. Let me check.
So I said, "That's what the books and Books a Million's for." And I hung up the phone. I thought the question was that. Her husband comes in like 45 minutes later. He's like, "Where's the asshole that called my wife dumb?" And me being me, I turned around. I'm like, "Is your wife the dumb bitch that asked if we sell books?" And he's like, "Is that what she asked?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes outside, and I feel bad because I caused domestic violence that day. He went out there and fucking, he's like, "God, you're going to make me go in there and defend your honor, and you're dumb as a bag of shit."
Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of that?
I'm more upset for her.
For her.
Like, 'cause like, think about the
Her
conviction.
dentist made off like a fat rat.
She fucking convicted about it. She's like, we have to go up there. You have to defend my honor. He called me dumb. Never told him what I said or what she said, but you go up there and defend me.
Not until the job now that when I do customer service like that have I
got
been.
lightheaded from
You all right
laughing.
over there?
Yeah.
Have I taken like answering the phones with customer service serious? Because my last job I had to do it a couple times and like I got injured and they were like, "Oh, you're gonna have to work in the office." So I was like, "All right," and they put me on making past due like collection calls.
Oh, that sucks.
Man, I came up with the phrase. I can say that. No cash, no splash. Hey, let me just tell you, ma'am, you owe $98.74. You're 90 days past due. Tomorrow's your delivery date. I either need you to have a check outside with your empty bottles, or I need you to have the cooler and your empty bottles out. And we're going to pick everything up. And if you don't pay us, we're going to send you to collections. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? No cash, no splash, lady. And we collected a lot of money that day. But we had a lot of people really pissed off because I was leaving messages on their shit. Hey, lady, tomorrow's your delivery date. You need to pay up or else. Not necessarily that harsh, but like I was very stern and very matter of fact. And
Oh, I don't think that I could. Like, the thing is,
I love doing it now. It's so
I
much
couldn't-
fun answering
See,
the
I
phones.
couldn't be.
Because I play with people. Like the phone calls that I have to make, I can be playful. Because
Well,
I call these people that I don't necessarily. I can say who right?
Well, you can say what you do.
I can say who I work for. I can give them a plug. Can I?
No, I wouldn't.
Well, you don't think so? I don't think my boss would care.
I wouldn't do it.
I work for a third-party delivery service.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
A local one.
Until you get permission written. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair enough. So anyway, I work for a local
there's a lot of shit
third-party, and
that
I have
we
to
say-
contact restaurants, and that is so much fun when you get to be weird. Like there's times where I'll call and I've got order number 37 for you. Thank you. Bye. And I do weird shit like that because I can, because these are my restaurateurs. They know who I am.
Right.
We talk pretty regularly. And then there's some of the, like, there's a lady that calls in every day and orders, and I look forward to her order. And if I, like today, it came in late, and I even said, "Hey, where's Miss So-and-so? She ain't called yet. I wonder if they got an early doctor's appointment today, and we're not going to hear from them till later." Come to find out, they had a later doctor's appointment, and they just waited a little bit longer to order their lunch. Love my job. My job is dope.
I'm so
Job is
jealous.
so
I'm
dope.
so jealous that you
I've
love
had
your
some
job.
crazy jobs, and look, the last job that I had, the mountain.
I love this job.
Oh, this is fun as shit.
No, this is what I mean,
yeah,
this
no,
is
this
it.
this has been fun so far. I mean,
Any-
this is very brand new, so this might get old quick.
I doubt
You never
it.
know.
No, I
but
don't think so.
I don't think it would either. But I really enjoyed that job. I can't lie to you. It hadn't been my entire life, my entire career that I've enjoyed working where I was working. Blah blah blah. But I'd say the last 7-8 years of my life,
You've been enjoying
maybe
it.
10 years of my life. I've
So what you're
definitely
telling me is
enjoyed.
there's hope.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And now that I say it, there might be a correlation with my children because I've calmed down and not
Well, you
I've come to
stop
the
being a
realization.
godless heathen.
I think one of the biggest realizations I've come to in my life is that nobody owes me shit.
Right.
And like whenever I was working for somebody, man, I'm really worth fucking $21 an hour. No, you're worth what you've accepted for. You said yes to $16 an hour. Do your fucking job. If you wanted more money, you should have spoke up. If you want more money, speak up. But you know that you get away with. I mean, that's the thing. You get away with a lot of shit whenever you've got like tenure in a job. And I learned that these motherfuckers cutting my check every 2 weeks. That's the most I can ask for. Is them to do what they said they were going to do anyway, which is pay me my money, and that's what I agreed to work for. So, and when I realized like shit like that, like it's always my fault. It's nobody else's fault. If something didn't go right, that's on me. And you figure out how to make it better. Like if somebody screws you over, you know what? That's on me. I should have seen it coming. Now I know what to look for, and next time I'll be a little bit smarter. That's how I've started addressing things, and it's helped me out a lot.
Well, I'm gonna get that new attitude, because as you could see by my face.
Yeah, you don't understand what I'm going.
Oh no, I understand. No, I understand completely. I understand.
Did I mute your headphones? What's going on? Hold on. I'm joking.
No, I can hear you.
No. Oh.
And I appreciate what you're saying.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily agree.
Hey, man.
I'm just kidding.
No, you don't have to agree. That's the joy of it. I'm just telling you how I am. I'm not trying to force it on you.
Yeah.
And whatever works for you, works for you. What worked for me, worked for me.
Well, no,
I got a bomb-ass situation here, though.
No, I have developed a new positive outlook, but the thing is I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, like, I personally work at a place right now where I'm like bottom of the totem pole.
Right.
Underneath it. Not the base, just the bottom.
Right.
And like, I just got a promotion.
Congratulations.
No pay. I mean, it's just by verbal.
Hey, congratulations.
Hey, yeah. And
it means something to some people.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. But it's just, I'm not upset about it, but like, I do get jealous because I see the joy. Like, you don't worry about your gym membership because
I can afford
happy. You're happy you can go and you just work.
Yeah.
And that's
wonderful. Look, I want to start working out, but I'm going to be 100% with you. I'm lazy. I've been lazy for the last couple of years, which I do need to change, which is kind of what all of this is. That's kind of why I started comedy, is for that change, but I've still just been lazy. I've got it in me to do it. I just hadn't reached in and grabbed it yet.
See, I'm not lazy.
Yeah. Right now, I'm lazy in certain aspects. And when it comes to working out and doing, the discipline side of things,
I think
I'm fucking lazy.
When it comes to working out, it's a lot easier to do what you want to do than what you have to do.
I got a strong fuck it muscle.
Yeah.
My ability to say fuck it is strong.
Strong?
Strong, son.
It's strong.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, no, mine was for the longest time, and then I lost all that weight, which, I remember showing you the picture, and you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, and I can show you pictures where,
no, but what I'm saying
here I am at 300 pounds, here I am at 210, and then here I am again at 300 pounds.
But I think that, like, if they can get anything from this little bit of tidbit on here, it's really simple. My motivation was pure fucking vanity. Like, I got up, woke up in a bathtub naked, right? And looked in the mirror and went, oh, God, I wouldn't fuck me. And then that was like, and then Beth was like, I don't want to hear you bitching about it all year. So, that's it.
Think about it like this. You don't have to fuck you.
No.
Somebody else does.
No, but if you think about it, I've been fucking myself for a while.
Jerk off, just do it in a corner. You don't have to see nothing.
Oh no, I see it. Yeah. I
This is a mess. Why am I turned on?
No.
Look, my bad.
No,
Secrets.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to cut it 30.
Yeah, no, that's funny. All right, we are going to wrap this up because we're at 29 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and try to make these a little bit shorter for you guys.
These are snippets so you can hear us talking.
Right. This is just us trying to play and have a good time. So I do want to tell you guys that we have 2 interviews coming up that we're going to have hopefully put out by the first of next week. And one is with comedian David Allen, and the other one is with is he comedian or singer or
And he's a little bit of
a little
all
bit
of
of
it.
everything?
Little chameleon.
Yeah, Mark Pugh.
Mark Pugh.
Pugh. I said Pugh once, and I don't think that's right.
Mark Puh.
Anyway, those are coming up, and hopefully those will be entertaining. Like I said, we're going to try to showcase some of these comics and some of these local talents that we have, and get their names out there, get our names out there,
Yep.
and have us a good time with it. So
Like, subscribe, enjoy.
notifications. That's another thing.
Turn
Turn on the
fucking
notifications, so that way you
notifications
know
on.
when we put another one on.
Yeah.
For those of you that have watched, we do truly appreciate the support that we are receiving so far. I know we are fresh and brand new in this, and we will get better. I promise.
Make comments
Again,
for what you want to hear
I got
about.
arms coming. I got another camera. So it's one of those things that we're just getting stronger and stronger, and we will make this better and better. I hung up some art. The Van Winkle. Oops. The Van Winkle. How do I feel like a weatherman, and I'm not doing it right. So the Van
didn't
Winkle
miss a
right
beat.
there. That's I've had that picture forever, man. That picture's got a great story that we can talk about one day. And then the other one is actually a guy falling off a mountain riding a horse, and he's screaming, "Whoa, you son of a bitch, whoa!" And my uncle drew that, and I inherited it. So
Yeah.
that's I love the artwork that I've got. I'm hoping to have
Yeah.
some more one of a kind pieces back here. You got some stuff you're gonna bring, and we're gonna try to get this place cleaned up and make my podcast, his man cave, work and be awesome. So thanks again for the support.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
What are you talking about?
I wanted you to shake my hand, not
Oh.
all gay like that. You know?
Why
There
are
you
we
go.
shaking hands?
Because I wanted to. So thank you guys. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
We're out.
All right.
All right. How do I turn this thing off?
With the stop button.
I have to hit it.
Yeah.
What
I was.
I haven't hit it
Turn
yet.
it off.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I mean, we can go. We can ramble like this for.
No,
It's only
what
31 minutes. We did 2.5.
I'll explain.
2 hours and
Just turn the fucking
Stop
thing
it.
off. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Stop.
Stop.